Hey, it's James. Welcome back to the channel. I am the unofficial mayor of Cowboy Country, and I am so glad that you are here. Let's just get rid of the. Deal with the elephant in the room. Am I disappointed with Oklahoma State losing Bedlam? Yes, I am. Obviously, but this is a team that, after the first quarter, did not give up another point. This is a team that the defense held OU in the second half. I think they went like 6 or 7 drives in a row where it was just 3 and out. I mean, the defense stepped up, and I'm proud of those guys. It's the offense that kept shooting themselves in the foot by dropping passes, and the timing between Spencer and his receivers is just off because he hasn't practiced much in the last 3 weeks. It is what it is. You got to get it fixed this week. And you got to go into Stillwater and beat West Virginia. As much as I like Musket, as much as I like Golden Blue Dude, you got to take care of business and hope at 8-4 you can end up in either the Alamo Bowl or maybe the Texas Bowl. So, anyway, the other thing I wanted to mention is the fact that I did the video on Tarleton State. I also did a video of UCO, which I'll post tomorrow. And that puts me up to 35 stadiums that I've seen in person. If you count the places that OSU has gone to bowl games, and of course, I don't know if you want to count Austin FC, it's a soccer stadium. Plus Arrowhead, I've seen a Chiefs game. That's 40. 40 different stadiums that I have seen in person. And this year alone, because I'm committed to you guys, I have been to and seen games at Oklahoma State, at TCU, at Baylor, at Texas, at OU, at Rice, at North Texas, at SMU twice, and at BYU. Now, you're probably wondering, do you have proof? Where are my cups? Oh, okay. So OSU Cup, TCU, put those there. Got Texas, North Texas, SMU, Baylor, and then yesterday, the Sooners, which I did not realize that. So I think more and more places are starting to sell this size cup. To me, this is the perfect cup. So now I don't have a cup from, I did not get a cup when I was at BYU, but that's where I bought this. I bought Cosmo at BYU Stadium, and this is where I got the idea of collecting the bobbleheads. Now, Rice, on the other hand, hold on a second. I know I shouldn't go off. They did not have any bobbleheads at their stadium, and I tried to look them up online, and they didn't have a whole lot of selection. So I bought this shirt instead. So yeah, it's got the Rice logo. So I actually bought this at the stadium. So it was a souvenir. Would have been cheaper just to keep a cup. Anyway, I say all that to say that I do know what I'm talking about when it comes to football, and I do know what I'm talking about when it comes to the fan experience. Give OU credit. Their upper deck seats, they were all chairbacks. I had a chairback, and I actually had a cup holder. That's pretty cool for an upper deck seat. You can't say that about Boone Pickens Stadium. You can't. So, if there's some way we can upgrade that in the future, I don't know. I am going to try to do a marketing plan to take all the knowledge that I've gained over the last year and propose a way to make things better for the fans at Boone Pickens Stadium. That's why I'm doing all of this, is I'm doing research, which is cool. I'm going to college football games and I'm learning things. But I want to send in a marketing plan and say, hey, here are ways that we can make the fan experience better. Because if you're an alum of Oklahoma State, I consider you like a brother and a sister. All right, let's go over the picks. I'm over 500, but barely on this one. I went 5-4 in Week 12. I picked UCF to beat Navy. Navy won 17-14. I'm not surprised. I saw Navy play SMU. They do play a very disciplined style of football. It's very difficult to defend with the option. It's very assignment-driven. The defensive end has to take care of the tight end. The linebacker has to take care of the quarterback, and the safety has to take care of the pitch man. And the way our defense worked when I was in high school is that if it was power right, I would come up, and the safety on the left would play. It wasn't a strong safety, free safety assignment thing. It was left and right. So if it was power right, I would come up, and he would go back to the middle of the field, deep. The corners always had the outside third. If it was power left, I would go back and play the middle third. So that's how we did it at our school. But I knew that if we played an option team and it was power right, that I had to come up. Linebacker would get the quarterback if they ran an option play, and I had to get the running back. Or I had to get the pitch man. Whoever the pitch man was, that was my assignment. So, TCU at Baylor. Yes, I did pick TCU. Praise God, they won, barely. Obviously, their coaching staff did not plan that to where, they'd run the ball and then have to run their kick team out there in 10 seconds. But they did it. They won 29-28. I didn't write down the score for the Kansas State-West Virginia game. I know Kansas State won. It was like something like 45-33 or something. But Will Howard's going to be the quarterback for the foreseeable future. And I honestly think he's a better quarterback than Martinez. So I said Houston at ECU. I figured it was at ECU that they would win. Houston just roared in there and just 42-3. It wasn't close. Not very good. Same thing goes with the Texas at Kansas game. Now, I knew that I was taking a chance. Now, when you're making predictions, you have to be willing to take risks. You can't be just like everybody else. I thought with their quarterback coming back, the starter coming back, that they would have success running the football, and they would be able to run an option style offense or run the RPO. And I thought he would have success against them. That did not happen. Texas won easily 55-14. Of course, I've also said on this channel that Texas's formula for success is to give Bijan Robinson the ball 25 to 30 times. And I was watching the tail end of that in Norman. They actually had that up on the screen. One of the screens, they had the Texas-Kansas game, and they showed a stat that Bijan Robinson had run the ball for 25 times, and he had over 200 yards. So, Utah Tech at BYU. Remember, BYU is joining the conference next year. They won easily 52-26. Since I got that one right. Cincinnati at Temple. Since I picked Cincinnati, they won 23-3. Good for the Bearcats. I had picked Oklahoma State to beat OU. Unfortunately, OU won 28-13, but like I said, give credit to Oklahoma State's defense. They did not allow OU to score after the first quarter was finished. And I did pick Texas Tech to beat Iowa State. That was 14-10. The only saving grace yesterday was the fact that it was cold, but we were not in Ames, Iowa. It was probably much colder up there in Ames. So that OU versus Texas Tech game is going to be very interesting next Saturday, because Tech is 5-6, and they've got to win in order to go to a bowl game. So I think they're going to be hungry. And I think, quite frankly, that's why OU came out like gangbusters, because they were really wanting to get to a bowl game, and they knew they had to win this one because playing in Lubbock was going to be much more difficult. So, wish I could take credit for the Tennessee-South Carolina game. I really wanted SC to win, and they won big time. Big time. Something like 52-26 or something like that. But I can't credit that as a pick because I did not mark it down. I did not make it official. So, anyway, I went 5-4 this week. I don't know what my total is. I'd have to do the math here real quick. 60-37. All right. Give me a second. 60-37. If you add 5 and 4, that means I'm 65-41. That's not bad. Not quite where I want to be, but it's, it is what it is. So, Monday, I'll post the video of UCO Stadium. I think Tuesday there won't be a video. I'll be doing, I need to take a day during the week and just work on homework. Wednesday, I'll do the picks for week 13. That will, of course, include the Oklahoma State-West Virginia game and the OU game against Texas Tech. I'll have to look at the Texas Tech stats because, in my opinion, Morton is the best quarterback that they've got, but yet they keep playing these upperclassmen. I don't know. I'd have to see the game to watch because everything that I saw of Morton when he played at Stillwater tells me that he is the future for Texas Tech. I could be wrong. I think that's all I got. So, by the way, thank you to the friendly. I met some people that were OU fans that were from Chicago, and they had come down. This is the only game this year they got to go see. So thank you guys for. They were very friendly. They were extremely friendly people. The guy I talked to was a school teacher, super guy. I asked him, I said, does Mayor Lightfoot really look like Beetlejuice? And he said, oh, yes, she looks exactly like him. They were in a public setting, and there were some of her bodyguards floating around, and she literally walked right behind him, and he turned like this, and it's like, number one, they weren't doing their job very well. Number two, he said, it was like someone said her name 3 times and she appeared. So that ended up being a fun experience. So anyway, we'll figure out what to do later on this week. If you are new to the channel, please hit like and subscribe. And from the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you to everybody who does subscribe. Eventually, I'll get a P.O. box so we can get some other memorabilia here. Who knows? Maybe one of you will be generous and donate either a KU or an Iowa State bobblehead, and that'll complete the Big 12. So, until Wednesday, I hope you have a good week, and as always, go Pokes.